Today we're going to make a version of this card. Basically it's using a file from the Silhouette Cameo, and I have changed it from the original design, which was actually, I'll just turn you over to the camera, or to the computer, and you can take a look at the actual file online, okay? Hold on. Okay, so this is what the image looks like online. What it's intended to do is to be a cylinder that goes around one of those battery operated tea lights. But what I've done is I've taken this image and sized it down so that it will fit on a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card front. And then if you are so inclined, you can actually use the cutting tool on Silhouette, which is over here. I'll just move my mouse over. It looks like a knife, and you can actually cut the design apart where you decide. So say if it was here, you could use the knife tool. The other option is to just print it or cut it out, the whole thing, on the smaller size, and then use your pair of scissors just to cut the images apart. So I will do that, and I will get back to you, and we'll see what else you need to complete the project. Okay, as you can see, I've shrunk it down so that it fits across a 8.5 sheet of paper, and I've actually replicated it twice, so therefore I have enough to do probably at least four cards. And then my cutter is just completed cutting out the images. You can barely see them here. And I will pop them off the sheet, and we will continue. Alright, so now I have the original image shrunk down and ready to be cut down to size for my first card. So basically what I've decided I'm going to do is to cut right along here, up here, and then up here, and then detach here. So that'll give me this part of the glasses as the image. So I'll get right back to you after I've done that. Alright, so now I've divided the image into two pieces, and I'm using this portion, and I've taken a card base. Basically it was an 8.5 by 11 piece of sheet of paper. I cut it down at the 5.5 and folded it at the 4 1/4 measurement, and now we're going to go on to the next step on the actual glasses. This is something you can choose to do or not to do. I just like the way it looks. I take and trace around a piece of acetate or plastic, and then I cut it out so that I can make it look like there's actual glass in the glasses, and that's what I'll do next. Okay, so what I've done is tape down the image to some, actually these are sheet protectors, and just tape them down, and I'm going to use just your regular Sharpie and draw around the outside of it, and then cut close to the inside edge, because this is a very small edge and you don't want it showing outside the glass area. But anyways, I will get back to you as soon as I've finished drawing around the item. Okay, now I've loosely drawn around this on page protector, and as I was doing that, I thought, you know, I could always use my Silhouette cutter cutting the image that I just cut out. But since I've got it already drawn, I'm just going to use my scissors and cut it out. And once I'm done, I'll get back to you again. Okay, I cheated. I actually did use my Silhouette cutter. It just makes a nicer, cleaner looking cut rather than tracing around it. I hope you can see that on my craft mat here. So now the next step will be to put adhesive around the black and part and attach it to the, let's get it the right way, attach it to the plastic that I've done. So I'll catch back with you once I've done that. Okay, now I am, oops, gotta get you in focus here a bit. Now we've actually glued on the clear plastic to the glasses on the back. And the next thing to do will be to actually take my card bases. I have to figure out exactly, and I'm just going to use a pencil to mark where the top of my card is going to land, so that I can figure out where to print on the sentiment. So I think I'm going to use my Silhouette sketch pens, and what I'm going to write on there, I see it's your birthday on the outside, and then on the inside I think I'm going to write the words, "It's spectacular." So I will catch up with you after I've done that. Okay, so now I've finished doing the sentiment. I see it's your birthday, and then on the inside of the card I have put that spectacular. So what I also plan to do is take one of the remaining set of glasses and just put it up here on the inside of the card as well. So so now that I have the card base and the glasses, my next thing to do is to select some googly eyes from my collection. I bought them at Michael's, and I've also bought them at the Dollar Tree. So basically, I think that you have to just do a sort of a trial and error and see which ones look best in there. I've got a variety of sizes all the way up to the really, really large, which I think are too big for this one, actually. I'll show you some of the really big guys that I have here. So, yeah. Anyways, we'll use a bit smaller eye on this project today. I have some some tiny ones, so maybe we'll use some tiny ones, tinier ones on some of the other glasses. So I'm just basically sort of laying them out on the glasses. I actually have to lift them up and put them underneath before and I'm going to glue them, obviously glue them down. But use a different size for that one. Yeah, so basically that's the next step, is to lay out the positioning for the googly eyes and then glue them down. And then the very last step will be to use foam tape to place underneath the glasses, or actually I think I use foam tape, or glue them down. Basically it's gluing the frame of the glasses down. So that's what it's going to look like virtually once it's done. So I'll get back to you once I've glued down the eyes. Okay, now I have the eyes actually positioned behind the glasses on this card. And the next thing to do is just to actually adhere the glass part to the card. And you can use Cool Tack, which is a clear foam, and cut it up into littler pieces. You don't have to put a lot around the card, just enough to adhere it into places and give it a little lift. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. Okay, now it's focused. Now that I have the glasses on the card, I just have to put the last one on the inside of the card, and the card is done. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll look forward to making other cards with you. Have a great day.